Nancy is a guard's daughter. One day she was working on Skarloey with some polish and a rag. Skarloey was snoozing happily, but Nancy wanted to talk. "Wake up, lazy bones! Your brass is filthy. Aren't you ashamed?" "No," yawned Skarloey. "You're just an old fusspot." And Skarloey closed his eyes. He was thinking about his friend Rheneas and all the good times they had shared together before Rheneas went away to be mended. Nancy tickled his nose. "Don't you want to look nice for when Rheneas comes home?" Skarloey wasn't sleepy anymore. "What? When?" "Soon, Daddy told me. I'm going now," she said. "Nancy, stop! Do I really look nice? Please, polish me again." "Now who's an old fusspot?" laughed Nancy, and set to work once more. Duncan was jealous. "Aren't you going to polish me too?" "Sorry, not today. I'm helping the refreshment lady this afternoon. We must get the ices and things ready for the passengers on Skarloey's 2 o'clock train. Never mind, Duncan. I'll give you a good polish tomorrow." But Duncan did mind. "It isn't fair," he complained. "Peter Sam gets a special funnel, Sir Handel gets special wheels, passengers get ices, but I'm not even polished." Of course, this wasn't true, but Duncan enjoyed complaining. He became sulkier still. That afternoon, a message came from the station by the waterfall. "One of Skarloey's coaches has come off the rails. Please send some workmen to put it right." Duncan was in steam, so he had to go. "All this extra work," grumbled Duncan. "It wears an engine out. Rubbish. Come on." The derailed coach was in the middle of Skarloey's train, so he had gone on to the top station with his front coaches. Duncan shunted the works train into the sidings and left the workmen to sort out the mess. Then he brought the passengers and the rear coaches home. He sulked all the way. Duncan made the journey very difficult. He arrived back just in time for his own 4 o'clock train. "I get no rest, I get no rest." He was sulky and short of steam, so his driver waited a few minutes in the hope of raising more. But Duncan wouldn't try. "We can't keep the passengers waiting any longer," his driver said at last. Duncan was cross. "You always think about the passengers and never about me." It wasn't long before Duncan built up enough steam to set off again. He grumbled away, brooding over his wrongs. But he was still very grumpy and cross. "I'm overworked and I won't stand it." Duncan made heavy weather of the journey, but at last they reached the viaduct. This is long, high and narrow. No one can walk on it when a train is there. "Come on, Duncan," cajoled his driver. "One more effort and you'll have a rest and a drink at the station." Then Duncan was very rude.
Keep your old station. I'm staying here. And he did too.
Nothing his driver or fireman could do would make him move another yard.
Skarloey had to haul Duncan and his train all the way to the platform. The passengers were furious.
They burst out of the train and told the drivers, the firemen and the guard what a bad railway it was. Skarloey had to pull the train to the top station too. Duncan wouldn't even try. The thin controller was waiting at the shed for Duncan that evening. He spoke to him severely.
No passengers means no polish.
No polish means no passengers, Duncan muttered to himself.
He still has a lot to learn, doesn't he?